Hello and welcome to the Dominion Daily for May 17th, 2025. Got full random kingdom as it is Saturday. And we've got peasant, so we're probably going to open with peasant. River Shrine trashing, also mint and bishop. Draw from encampment, archive, sheepdog, buys from jeweled egg / loot and peasant, actions from encampment, and then of course there's also like disciple and teacher to potentially do lots of things. So yeah, I mean, I think, you know what we could do? Would be interesting. Is we could go peasant borrow for mint. That leaves us with it only removes 4 coppers from the deck. So we'd have an 8-card deck. With not a lot of money in it, though, we can continue to borrow. What's the odds that we'd be able to get to River Shrine in a reasonable time frame? With that, 3 coppers and a peasant, 4-card hand. Odds are we see 2 coins, so not the first turn. But then we do get a soldier into the deck, and we can take like an encampment. I mean, obviously a 2/5 would be better for that, but because we're still going to want the River Shrine, of course, because we're going to want to trash estates. Well, all right. Either way, we're going to take a peasant. I mean, if we go with the River Shrine, we do, of course, risk terminal collision, so there's still some downside to that as well. Like, the mint line gives us the potential to play peasant turn 3 and then like soldier turn 4. I think I like it. Okay, well, we're not going to get to do that. On the other hand, next turn we have peasant, copper, mint. If we borrow here, we don't trigger a shuffle. Which is pretty nice. We can get our River Shrine. The question is, what do we borrow for? We're gonna... I mean, we can just take encampment. Yeah, that's probably the play. All right. Now, we're definitely not going to borrow here, of course. Decent chance we trigger the shuffle next turn, in which case we'll only have 3 cards in it. And we will have an action to spare. Like, I'm thinking about jeweled egg, actually, because We could River Shrine, trash the Jeweled Egg, though we won't be able to draw them both in this coming turn, but we won't be able to play both River Shrine and some other terminal. Well, we won't be able to draw them both anyway, so I guess that doesn't matter. So we could, yeah, maybe we should just take... Well... I mean, if we take another encampment, it increases our odds of seeing the River Shrine again. Would be nice. Yeah, I think... I mean, I do want another peasant. I think I'm just going to take the peasant. We draw the River Shrine. I'm not sure. We probably can play with mint here. Like, it is probably worth... So I don't think we want to trash it, but we're not going to want to play it this turn either. So I think that's the discard. All right. So now we're going to have Fugitive River Shrine Peasant. So we still would like another encampment to be able to play both of our terminals. Yeah, let's just do that. That's a lot of archives. All right, so I'm gonna get a disciple, a soldier. Oh, really? You can return the encampment and then regain it? That's interesting. I guess it makes sense. I just never thought about it before. So we could take another peasant. Oh, but we kind of need... No, we don't necessarily need an encampment this turn because we're gonna get a disciple. Well, we still need... How do we do this? I guess if we take a jeweled egg now, we disciple soldier, play jeweled egg, we have 5 coins, we can grab like encampment peasant or something like that. That's one option. What else can we do? If we take the encampment, we can disciple it so that we have one the next turn. And then we play soldier. We can't really do... I mean, we could also... I guess we could also disciple River Shrine to gain 2 cards, and then we could take a jeweled egg now and trash that. We wouldn't be able to play our soldier, though, while doing that. Yeah. This is awkward. For sure. Hmm. The other thing we could do, I guess, is not trash the coppers. And borrow for 2. Yeah, maybe that's actually the play. Like borrow for encampment jeweled egg. No disciple. Alright, I guess we'll just disciple the River Shrine. We will certainly trash these. We can get to trash the jeweled egg. But, okay, so we clearly need to get another encampment. And then... That's a jeweled egg and a soldier on top. So next turn, ideally what we would do is mint the jeweled egg and then maybe just trash one of them so that we have another one to mint the next turn. If we see Disciple Encampment, we don't really need another encampment right now. But odds are that we won't. So I think we just take double encampment. It's a lot of archives. Okay, so... we can disciple the encampment. Well, I guess we should River Shrine the jeweled egg for... Oh, but we don't have the mint. Ah! That's obnoxious. Alright, I guess... Yeah, I guess we're discipling the encampment. We can play both of these river shrines and get more cards that way, I guess. Or at least the same number that we would otherwise even potentially be able to get, so I guess that's probably the way to go. Oh, we get a coin from approaching army. Incredible. Alright. Turn these. So we have an encampment. I think 2 encampments is good enough for now, and I would like to get another peasant going. We've got the jeweled egg that we can mint. We need to start picking up some more expensive cards, but for this turn... Do we want to exchange this for a fugitive? We have the loot now. I think the answer is yes. I need to keep... Well, we have a second river shrine, so I guess we don't need to keep the river shrine. Alright. Disciple encampment now, I guess. And then we can potentially get a plunder. Start actually keeping these dang things. Mint. Jeweled egg. If we don't play this encampment, we can just buy a plunder, start keeping our encampments. That's probably the way to go, and then save like the highway gains for next turn. Oh wait, we can't trash this jeweled egg while doing that, can we? Hold on. We have an encampment and a jeweled egg down there. I mean, is one encampment good enough to go into our turn with? Because we're not going to get any cards off the River Shrine. Maybe it's fine. Maybe we wait until next turn to trash this stuff. We've got what we need. Yeah, we'll just trash our River Shrine. Plunder. Disciple. Get a soldier. And we might actually want to... Well, we're going to have to hope that this... Nope. Okay. Wonder if we're actually going to end up discipling Mint here. Alright, we did find the... good. I think we do disciple the Mint. Alright, 5, 6, 7. Not enough for us to get another encampment. Well, I mean, because there won't be one. Like, we can't get another encampment. Oh well. Alright, I'm gonna trash both of these. Play that. Oh, this is actually a pretty... Oh, I guess that should be another encampment, right? So we can leave encampment plunder on top. That's fine. Okay. Alright. So we're definitely going to take a highway now. We want one more peasant. This soldier is going to become a disciple. I think we can do one more peasant. It could also just be sheepdog. Make sure we draw. Sheepdog can even react to the mint stuff. Yeah, let's get the sheepdog. Piles are getting kind of low here. I don't want to Disciple Mint again. Also, we don't have anything in our hand to mint. Guess we're going to Disciple this Sheepdog. Well, we did not find our stuff. The highway's down there. We could trash one of these mints. We have another jeweled egg down there, too. Man. So much for make sure we draw, I guess. Well... I think I would rather... get rid of one of these. We can't even, like, staff the mint in order to... Yeesh. Alright, so... Fugitive on top is fine. We didn't get the puzzle box to play this Disciple either. Or to set aside, rather. I think this is just encampment, highway. Provinces, okay. That's our last highway. Man. Okay. So I want to Disciple highways. So I'm going to play a Sheepdog normally. Okay, here we go. Wait, don't we have... Am I crazy, or do we not have a third Disciple? Oh, it's only a Fugitive right now. That's right. Alright. Might as well do that. And we can Disciple the highway after we mint. Do we want to mint... Oh, well... Do we want to mint Plunder, or do we want to... How many buys are we going to have? How much cost reduction? Like, I'm wondering if we can win the game here. 1, 2, 3... I only have 4 buys? Jeweled Egg is by no means guaranteed to give us another buy. Plunder just gives us more money, so we probably want to mint the Jeweled Egg, regardless. Like... Oh, you know what? Oh, we didn't have... Right, we didn't have the highway in hand. Yeah, we're not going to be able to... We're going to Disciple highway, but we're not going to be able to gain the other, or like play the other highway, which is annoying. Unless we get a very favorable loot pull of some kind. I don't know what that would need to be. Anyway, well, so we actually have, if we don't trash the jeweled egg, we have 5 buys. We mint, and we get a 6th buy. That is enough to empty the provinces in terms of buys. We get down to 3 cost, so we'd need 18 coins. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It's pretty close. If we get a buy, we should have it. Just a question of whether we do. I guess we find out. Prize goat. Okay, that should do it. Wait, we're a coin short? Why are we a coin short? I'm confused. Oh, well, we can borrow. It doesn't matter. But why are we a coin short? Didn't I calculate? It's like 16, and then we turned an egg into a goat, and that should be 18? What am I missing here? It doesn't matter. But I am confused. Of course, we gotta get that 3rd disciple. It's not actually very common that, like, I don't have time to get to a 3rd disciple, like, given, like, and it's not like the opponent is denied me. It's just like I run out of time. That's definitely not common, but and it's not like the game was crazy fast. It's just that I got thin so fast that it was hard to play the travelers every turn. I don't know what, or like not just play them, but like gain them and play them and whatever. Yeah. So anyway, did I play this as well as I possibly could? Maybe not. This is a pretty tricky kingdom. I definitely prefer my line to like having a bunch of archives and not getting the early mint. Like even if I hadn't, or a river shrine, even if I hadn't, yeah, done the borrow from mint line, I would have still opened river shrine, maybe still gotten a mint like fairly early. I don't know. I guess that would be tough, admittedly, because once you get the river shrine, like the odds that you ever have a hand where it makes sense to get a mint are probably not very good. But I mean, mint is like legit, like on this board, like being able to get more jeweled eggs, if nothing else, is nice, especially early. Being able to get more plunders, not as relevant, but it's something. The AI did ultimately buy a mint, and apparently it trashed all of its coppers. How did it mint 7 coppers? I know it bought one. It bought 2 mints. Oh. 3 coppers and 2 jeweled eggs. And then some other previous turn. Four coppers and a jeweled egg. Yeah, I mean, the fact that you can trash the jeweled eggs in play is, like, that is a thing, for sure. And it really had played enough highways that it was able to double province just off of that. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, I played 6 highways that turn. But it just didn't have the gains. It had... Yeah, so it had 5 coins? Yeah, like in theory, if it had more buys that turn, that would have been a pretty powerful turn, but it just didn't have like the... I mean, I guess it had one loot before this. What was it? That's not going to tell me, huh? Just figurehead. Yeah, that's not doing it any favors. Although, I mean, even if it had one more gain, it would have only been able to buy 3 provinces. Maybe it didn't even have the money for that. 5 coins. Yeah, I wouldn't have had the money for that. Well, I guess it might have because it wouldn't have had the figurehead in play. Well, I don't know if it would have had the draw to do this without that. Not clear. But yeah. I mean, you know, you could certainly have a version of this board where I think this approach would be good, but I don't think this is it. Approaching army was certainly remarkably irrelevant. Maybe that's not remarkable, but when did I even exchange my last? So turn 11, I exchanged soldier for fugitive. And then this was my like bad turn, and I didn't see the fugitive, which is why I didn't get that 3rd disciple. Yeah. Yeah, so if we'd had a disciple instead of a fugitive this turn, we would have gotten an extra highway playoff and would have needed to borrow. Or needed to take the risk that our jeweled egg would turn into a plus buy card, for that matter. They only gained... Yeah, they lost a buy this turn. So I think even if I hadn't emptied the provinces, they would have been very hard pressed to do much, because in the end they only had 3 buys in their deck. They could have minted the jeweled eggs, maybe, but 5 buys. If I was at 35, they get 1 province, they're at 21, and then they get 4 duchies and they're at 32, and that's still losing. So they didn't have any plunder for VP from that. Yeah. So it wasn't actually essential that oh, and also, of course, well, no, that's not true. Never mind. I was about to say, of course, I would have been able to get a duchy, but no, that's not how that works. If I lose a buy, I just don't. But yeah, they would not have been in a position to do too much there. It would have been interesting to play with Bishop and like Bishop the jeweled eggs, I guess. Just too slow to like gain the Bishop in addition to everything else that we wanted to put in the deck. But yeah, like if we didn't already have a River Shrine, maybe then it would make sense. Yeah. Well, pretty cool board. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.